your estate to real estate. It's Money Matters with Dino.
I hear so often that I have a will, and sometimes professionally done, other times handwritten, but they think I have a will and that solves all. Is that true?
No, it's not true. It doesn't necessarily solve all. One of the things that people are concerned about, of course, is when they pass away and when the estate is passed on to the heirs and the beneficiaries, they don't want it to have to go to court, right? They think that you go to court, it's going to take a long time and it's going to cost a lot of money, whether it be fees that are imposed upon by the court or whether it's attorney's fees. So a lot of times people come to me and say, well, Bob, I really don't have to worry about my plan at all. I have a will, so I don't have to go to probate. And for the listeners, probate, think of it as an administrative proceeding. So when someone passes away and you don't have anything in place at all, or in the case you have just a simple will, depending on how much assets that you have, it has to go through a court process. And in that process, the court's going to determine what you had when you died, who your beneficiaries are when you pass away, and who your creditors are. It takes a long time. Here in California, it can take over a year, or a lot of times more than a year and a half, 2 years to go ahead and get the whole process complete before assets actually pass to your heirs and beneficiaries. It's also a public proceeding, meaning that when you file papers with the court, anybody can go walk up the courthouse steps, go to the clerk's office, and determine what assets you have. A lot of people don't want that. They want their private lives to remain just that,
Sure.
Private. And then, of course, there's fees involved. The fees can be expensive because they're not necessarily determined on an hourly fee schedule, but on a statutory rate, a sliding scale, if you will. So let's say here, a lot of people in Orange County, for instance, they have an estate around $1 million, which is not hard to do considering the price of real estate, lifetime of accumulating wealth. So let's suppose they have $1 million estate. Well, the attorney's fees on something like that can be about $23,000. Executor's fees are another $23,000, and that's not including court costs, such as just the filing fee. Just to start the process, you have to pay the court just to get the process started, and then appraisal fees.